I really think that when it comes to the current level of tier list, something that Gen G was very vocal about, what T1 is doing makes complete sense. But after that first game, it gives me pause, Atlas. I think that they are trying to play a style that maybe doesn't work for them. I think Faker just hasn't looked good under their stand. He's had some games where he's like really popped off. This is his most iconic champion. It's a champion that we've seen him be very hit or miss. I think this is a lot more consistent. I actually quite like this. We've seen Zeka have standout performances on this. Chovy's also picked it and was fine, but it's Gen G. The data isn't real. I gotta say, Atlas, I'm looking at this T1 comp.
In this early stage, as now Zeus going aggressive on to clear. Unbinds the soul, feels pretty good about it. And Closer, by anything that happened, by his opposition, right? Like, he wasn't the kind of person that would seem nervous ever, as that was a nice sidestep there on the piercing light, as Faker's going to miss the rocket jump, then does get the reset and gets out, but still, not exactly the greatest of situations.
Oh,
here as they're playing.
Looking.
Yeah, he's looking for the option. See whether he gets there, as there's the grasping roots, but Faker does make his way out. Turret shot going to land, as now Duro really far up in this lane. Gonna get stunned up there as well. The door is going to come down, but Duro
on that is Duro might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, Carrier's going to turn up. Some plans coming down here as well, and yes, no flash means no life anymore, and that is first blood going over to Faker. A much better start here for T1.
The lead here, and Faker, as we see, getting the help from his teammates.
Yeah, Ono here,
very straightforward.
Yeah, exactly right. And rocket jump, going to get Faker in there, and kind of started. It's where Showmaker recently played him.
Thanks, APA.
How it all goes, exactly right. As all right, now we're all just piling in on top of Raptor. Can he get the buttons off? The answer is absolutely not. As now the Culling's coming in, Carrier so low, Faker also so low, Duro so slow though. And he's not going to be able to catch up to them. He might just be lying on the floor as well, and Ona's going to pick it up with the explosion of the trigger seed. Duro, can he actually get them out of this pit?
Gonna have a fight.
Yeah, it's looking like it. As Mountain Drake, very, very tanky. Raptor is going to be able to secure it, as now Duro making his way in. Faker going to get stunned, but the buffer was good. Now the Hextech Minefield is down, and Henna should be the
target you guys are looking for.
Yeah, he's going to unbind the soul. Look for an angle here as Clear does get rid of the minions quite effectively. And Closer just doing his very best to try and hold onto this turret as Faker goes in. There's the bust shot, and there is the kill!
Turret pushing tool by playing strong side towards bot. Might be looking for it here.
Well, this is definitely playing towards bot, as there is the satchel charge being thrown on in. Not quite anywhere near being able to take this one down, as there is...
mid lane turret is not long for the Wolf Atlas.
And Closer may not be either, as there's the root caller. Goomba Stomp does come on down here, and that's another stack up. And that is just Faker killing him one more time.
Realistically, looking at the draft, I think T1 should have a lot of power, and this time around they're playing like it.
Well then, going to be employed here by Clear. Looks to clear out the wave as well, as now Ona's going to turn up at the same time. There are no minions left as he does flash on over, but there's the ulti from Zeus. There are some stall tactics that are available, as Faker once again going to buff the rocket jump. We're not going to be able to find too much of an angle just there.
I'm going to go back to what happened to G2 at MSI, which is the only way you lose if
Solar Flare goes completely
caught.
wide, and there is the Tristana possibly not getting caught.
Yeah, what, 2.5 months?
Yeah, it's quite some time. It's quite some time. As all right, there's an ulti. That's going to get a flash out, so Closer at least will survive for the moment, as this inner turret not going to be going down just yet. Ran out of minions momentarily, but getting the flash out of Closer, this is very dangerous times. Raptor just trying to exist in his jungle. As all right, Stranglethorn's going to come in. That's going to get a flash out. That is good news. This is not good news, though, because Zeus has his soul unbound and just destroys.
So, I don't think it would have made a meaningful difference. I think T1 really cleaned up their game this time around, and they don't have vision. Zeus just making the read. Closer.
Yeah.
You can't make that back when you don't have your flash. Even if you do have your flash, probably shouldn't.
All over the place. T1 just seemed to be pushing everywhere. Zeus once again going in onto Closer. Taking a lot of damage though, rebinds the soul, and he'll get out of there.
Romantic scene in the rain.
Yeah.
No, it's just Drizzle.
But what about this teleport? This could be an option here. As
double TP
Zeus is going to make it happen. Yeah, double TP does come on in. Zeus is going to be ulting around for a little bit, buying as much time as he can as the rest of his team head toward the Baron. And yeah, Zeus might even be able to die on his own terms here on this one as well, as he does unbind. He's doing some tricky stuff, but the Infernal Chains will come on down, and there's the slam dunk. So they take the top laner. Raptor wanting to try and get in here. I don't know whether he's going to be able to, though. And Faker is going to be able to kill him in the meantime. Duro looking to flash away, but that is a reset on that rocket jump, and Faker's going to find even more. That's the double. They'll take a Baron to boot, and yes, B&K do manage to get their first kill of the game, but it's in trade for probably a Nexus after all things are said and done. As Carrier puts up the door, and B&K desperately just trying to hold off these Baron minions. There are brushes everywhere, and this is what this comp does so incredibly well. Henna is going to get chunked out. Solar Flare is going to connect. There's the Mega Inferno Bomb doing a fair bit of work, and they're going for the re-engage. Can they find it as Clear, the one that managed to get a kill, is going to try and end the world, but unfortunately it's his that ends instead. And T1 getting a bunch of extra exit kills here as well. Zeus does fall down.
Yeah.
Here in Seoul. And you don't get that Rain on the Roof sound.
I think Rain on the Windows it's good, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No, I agree.
Rain on the Roof is phenomenal. Let's have a look at this replay here. As B&K, I mean, they're 12,000 gold behind. So this was a decent angle, and if Clear was anywhere near like parity, might have been okay.
Yeah, if he was
wallets rained down, you know.
Could have maybe made something happen. Not the case, so he just doesn't have the damage. There's just not enough stats to actually take him down. But I don't know how they got here, but it's not good, Atlas!
We're out of the replay, into the fire, and Gumayusi throwing through these Mystic shots. They might get Daisy. There you go, Clear, looking for a flank angle. This is a bit weird, to be perfectly honest, because we're Alcove Gaming, and now Gumayusi is in a little bit of, no, Clear's in a lot of trouble. And there's an ulti from Zeus. He dives in. They're able to take down Raptor. And now Faker, he just kills all of them. He gets a triple. Guma's going to grab a double. It's a full house. Faker's full of Gumas, and they'll now move towards the enemy base and probably end this game.
Yeah, say bad, Atlas. The super minions are knocking at the door, and T1 says, okay, yeah, we can help you out with that one.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop messing around. Let's go to game 3 and really throw down in this one. There goes the Nexus. T1, a swift turnaround after what was a disappointing first game.